Okay, my name is Liam Greenslade and I teach A-level sociology here at Mid-Kent College. In one of my groups last year I had a student who was very severely physically impaired. Now he had CAST support and he was no problem keeping up with stuff, but he was sometimes getting frustrated in class because while he was trying to catch up with notes that he was making on his laptop, he was missing out on the discussion. So we sat down and thought about it and decided that there had to be a better way for him to keep involved in the class discussion and keep on top of his notes. Well, it occurred to me that there had to be a way in which this student could participate more fully in the discussion around the class while at the same time keeping up with note-taking. Now, I use a lot of PowerPoints in my teaching, and what I realised was that Google Docs provided a real-time means whereby the student could look at the slides, make his own speaker notes as it was going on, and then at the same time pose questions because he could see what was there, he could record his own thoughts, and then also raise points for discussion in the class. And we tried this out. We had him online with Google Docs as I gave the presentation. And he used the Google Docs speaker notes section to keep his own notes. Now the beauty of this was, outside the class, this particular student, once he discovered the Google Docs, he realised that what he could do then is, when he was preparing essay plans or writing essays and preparing exam questions, exam answers, what he could do is put them up into the shared space, which would then allow me to have a quick look at them and see if he was on the right track or not. So he could do it as an ongoing thing. He didn't have to wait until he completed an essay, email it to me for me to have a look at and send it up to him. We could agree that he would go online at a certain time, and then I would be able to look at the work he was doing pretty much as he produced it. And I could comment on it in real time as it occurred. And again, that saved him a lot of time, and it saved me a lot of time, because we could agree that at 7 o'clock this evening we will spend 20 minutes looking at the work he's doing on an answer to a question in crime and deviance. Was that at the end of the class I could actually look at the notes that he was taking and see whether he was getting the right ideas, the right end of the stick, what I wished to convey. We could then share them online because it's a shared document system, and we could discuss and interact over the notes he'd made, and also clarify any issues that he didn't understand from the points made on the particular slide, or for the lecture as a whole. What I would like to do with this, if I could, as I say, it depends on resources, is to use it to get students to work with each other, to help them collaborate on answers, to help them work on a paper together. The more group work and the more peer assessment that you can get into a classroom, the better. What something like Google Docs does is enable the students to collaborate outside without being face to face. And they can take a piece of work, I can issue them with a piece of work to read, they can all make their comments on it, and they can all be aware of the comments that each of them have made. They can then bring it back into class and hopefully have some consensus about what their position on it is. I can look at it and I can see where, as I say, where they're going right, where they're going wrong, what ideas they've thought of, where they need further development. And we both found this very useful. He found it particularly useful as well when it came to revising, because he could use these resources with his contemporaneous notes that were available to him, plus any comments of mine. So he found that this helped him clarify his own thinking in preparing his revising. It is something that one could extend to a class, provided you had every student in the class with a laptop, but certainly with students who have physical disabilities or impairments, it seems to be a really, really good way, an effective way of keeping them involved and engaged in what's going on in the class without having to worry too much about taking notes using his laptop.